Hey investor, you know that becoming a millionaire is hard, but staying a millionaire can be even harder? But little do we know about the way millionaires handle their cash, which is something anybody can try and benefit from. In this video today, I will share the 4 things you need to do if you want to become a millionaire in 2021, and of course, stay one once you become it. And if you stay until the end, I'll even share with you why investing your money is so more important than spending it all. Now, my name is Lukas, and as an investor from excelwealth.com, I like sharing interesting topics on investing, real estate, and personal finance just with you. Okay, first things first, I've noticed what all wealthy people do, and that is get professional money advice. Now, a financial advisor holds the power to reposition your portfolio for the long-term growth and keep assets safe from market volatility. And once me and my wife started taking the advice of a financial advisor who had experience in the field that we are in, I'll tell you this, it changed the whole flow of our money. And you have to see it like this. With big money comes bigger risk. And most millionaires have learned that the hard way. Everyone makes financial blunders, but you should always be careful for financial death blows, because financial mistakes mostly revolve around unprecedented misfortunes and decisions made in hassle. But it is understood that no one needs to make 100% right decisions for wealth creation. And that's okay. Now you have to see it like this. I'm already sure that you already know this, because behind all those fancy cars and huge mansions lies years of hard work, discipline, and smart money moves guided by professionals. Yes, millionaires are very picky about their personal advisors. And I'll tell you this, so am I. Although we've been financially free for several years right now, we still hire our financial advisor who will help us with the flow of our money and how we should set it to work in a smart way. Putting safeguards in place to protect your assets and investments is the key takeaway from this pandemic that we are in. Now, you really have to understand this. Millionaires often team up with financial advisors following standards who oversee their investments, retirement planning, and curate the smartest roadmap to growing money. And we all know that investing is emotional. Market downturns are often followed by, I'll tell you this, Americans raiding their retirement funds and panic selling stocks without any regard for the fact that investing is, yes, for the long haul. Financial advisors are there to keep business and emotions separate. They prevent clients from making such decisions that cause irreversible damage to their portfolio. And according to statistics, only 17% of 65 years and older use a financial advisor. But I gotta see it like this. In general, 75% of working population manage their own finances. While many feel that financial advisors are costly and might not look out for their best interest, but bound by law to work in your best interest, the intuition and the experience of a financial advisor far outweigh their fees in the long run. I was in the same situation as you are today, because these people always pay themselves first, and yes, that's kind of true. But before they pay you, of course, these people have to have a good history, and they need to know what they're doing themselves. Then paying these people to support you in your journey, it's not really a bad idea. Now, the second thing that sets millionaires apart from regular working folk, just like you, is that millionaires believe in passive income. Now, yeah, okay, everybody who watches this channel believes in passive income, because all real wealthy people have at least one or at least multiple sources of passive income, with real estate being the most common one. Now, Warren Buffett said it right, that if you're not making money while you're sleeping, you'll end up working for life. And statistics have shown that 62 of millionaires had one or multiple sources of income, passively in this most case, with real estate being the most common one. For decades, the ultra-rich people held 30% of all real estate investments globally, since most people couldn't afford the high capital entry into the market. And today, things look different, especially for the millennials who've chased the dream of owning a home someday. Amidst the pandemic, experts believe that real estate market is as strong as the housing bubble back in 2005, since the numbers of Americans buying houses reached a 14-year high last month. Pockets across the nation are heating up as the millennials are using low-cost gateways to become real estate investors. Now, I don't know about you, but the news here in the Netherlands has also been rising about real estate investors buying all kinds of starter homes as an investment. And since the introduction of REITs, millennials have invested and earned millions in dividends from real estate. The safer part about investing in REITs is that your money is diversified into the extent that you can actually expect an average annual return up to 10%. Now, your portfolio is usually managed by a team of financial advisors, real estate experts, and of course investors themselves. And you're already able to get started with just $1,000. And in simple terms, with your $1,000, you'll be the owner of some carefully evaluated real estate properties or projects. Now, holding stakes in multiple properties spreads out the risk of market volatility. So for what I've seen in the REITs investment market is that you see investors make an ROI of somewhere between 8 to 12% annually. And I'll tell you this, that is not a bad idea because you get dividend payments as well. And in most cases, you do have to hold your breath for a little while as your investments will be in stocks, and in some way real estate investments are for the long haul. Keep a goal for about 5 years at least. Now, the third thing you need to do is if you want to become that millionaire, then you really need to worry about retirement healthcare, because you have to understand that health is wealth. And millionaires follow strict fitness routines and work schedules to outperform each and every day. And with the pandemic reaching new heights, securing your family's financial future with a term of life insurance can bring you some peace of mind. It can pay for your children's education, mortgages, loans, and daily expenses in any case the moment you pass away. Now, I can tell you all about the health and wealth story, but my uncle, who was a very successful entrepreneur, was a multi-millionaire, but due to his work, he had to travel the world, was always working. But the thing is, he really neglected his health. He would visit us, like several times a year, but he would never have time to sit down and relax. I would always ask him, how does it be to be that wealthy, And he always told me, Lucas, I'll tell you this, money isn't everything. Be sure to be happy with the money you make. Well, I'll tell you this, at the age of 44 years old, he died of health issues. Now, all his money couldn't save him from his disease, and his fortune of $27 million was left behind for his 11-year-old daughter and his 8-year-old son. Now, they sold their father's business and currently just live with their mom at home as a regular family with a ton of money then. So if you really want to enjoy your wealth, be sure to be healthy. Have a plan for your health as well. And the last point that I want to share with you, have fun, but save most of your income. Now, I can say that millionaires understand this, that it's okay to spend on things that make you happy, as I do the same thing myself. I have a fixed amount of money that I'm allowed to spend each and every month. This is about 5% of what I get each month. Now, I'm not that, millionaire that has millions. It's less than so many, 0.05%. But I'll tell you this, I never pass that amount. You have to understand that you should be cautious about your work-life balance and fun time for all the hard work you've put in. Because if you want to be a millionaire, you have to strive to achieve maximum productivity, spend the time very clearly, because millionaires have so much stuff on their plate. Knowing how you spend your time is very important. What I would like to give you is that when you're earning it, it's okay to spend the things that you love to do. Now, most millionaires are able to save up about 80% of their income each and every month again. Despite their high income, most millionaires, according to statistics, have shown that most millionaires just live a normal life with a spending of about $100,000 per year. And yes, I get it, the average person doesn't spend $100,000 per year. But hey, when you do have more money, yes, you will spend slightly more as well. But it's not that a millionaire will spend all his millions each year that he makes. It doesn't make any sense. And so doesn't it, it shouldn't make sense for you. Whereas I know enough people who make about $75K per year and spend their income within a year as well. So I'll tell you this, keeping track of money is simply a matter of will and discipline. And since you stayed until the end, I would like to share with you why investing your money is so more important than spending it all. Now, it makes sense that you spend money to reward yourself for working so hard as well. But like I mentioned in the beginning, you really need to be making money while you sleep. If you don't make money while you're sleeping, you'll always stay in the rat race. This is why you really need to start setting money aside before you start paying all those bills at the beginning of the month. Now, if you can start with about $100 per month, that would already mean you can use $100 per month to be able to get out of that rat race. Now, I get it, $100 doesn't do anything yet, but you're using that $100 to buy your freedom in the near future. And yes, $100 is not gonna make a huge change in your life, but if you never start, not even with $100, I'll tell you this, it never starts. I've met so many people who've never invested any penny, nothing at all. But can you blame them? No, of course not. But if you know that if you have a second stream of income passively on the background, the moment you're sleeping, I'll tell you this, how does it feel to know that you have something else going on while you're just doing your daily work and all your daily things? If something happens to my job, to my current situation, I know I've prepared for that. And that is what I do with my investments that I've set aside. Now think about it. If you want that millionaire's life, you have to work towards it. Just thinking and daydreaming about it is not going to change anything. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you the next time. Happy investing.